Welcome back to the channel, where real change and raw truth collide. Today, we're diving into a transformation that goes deeper than politics or economics. It's about reclaiming identity, rebuilding institutions, and reviving the soul of a nation. Under the bold leadership of President Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso isn't just changing policies, it's shaking off colonial mindsets and awakening a powerful cultural force. This is the battle for values, for heritage, for who we truly are as Africans. From revamping education to restoring justice systems and uplifting cultural pride, Burkina Faso is rewriting its destiny with fire and focus. So what do? Like this video to support real African empowerment. Share it with someone who believes in the future of this continent. And subscribe right now to be part of this growing movement of truth, strength, and transformation. Let's get into how Burkina Faso is not just rising, it's reclaiming its soul. A. Reviving national identity. Burkina Faso is not just rebuilding its economy, it's reclaiming its soul. President Ibrahim Traoré understands that true independence starts with cultural awareness. That's why he's pushing forward a powerful revival of national identity rooted in history, language, and pride. Local languages are now being prioritized in education and media, helping young Burkinabes connect deeply with their roots. National heroes from Burkina Faso's true history, like Thomas Sankara, are being celebrated, not erased. Cultural festivals, traditional music, clothing, and community values are being promoted to reignite pride in being Burkinabe. The narrative is shifting, from colonial dependency to African dignity and ownership. This is more than cultural reform. It's a spiritual revolution that's waking up a generation to the power of their identity. And that's the foundation of lasting freedom. B. Reforming the education system. In the new Burkina Faso, education is no longer a colonial script, it's a tool for liberation. President Ibrahim Traoré is leading a bold transformation of the entire education system to decolonize minds and empower future generations. Colonial content is being removed and replaced with African history, indigenous knowledge, and real-life problem-solving skills. Local languages are being integrated into classrooms, because learning in your mother tongue builds pride and deeper understanding. The curriculum now emphasizes agriculture, science, leadership, and patriotism, preparing students not to flee their country, but to build it. New schools are being launched with a focus on community needs, not foreign interests. Teachers are being trained not just to instruct, but to inspire a revolution of thought and action. This isn't just education, it's mental emancipation, the kind of reform that builds leaders, not followers. C. Institutional reform and leadership accountability. In Burkina Faso's new era, institutions are being cleaned from the inside out. President Ibrahim Traoré is making it clear: no more corrupt elites, no more untouchables, and no more foreign-controlled systems calling the shots. Outdated, bloated institutions are being restructured and purged of corruption and inefficiency. Public servants, judges, and military leaders are now being held to strict standards of merit, loyalty, and accountability. A new system of performance-based leadership ensures that those in power actually serve the people, or they're out. Traoré is also dismantling neo-colonial frameworks that allowed outsiders to control justice, finance, and policy. This is about restoring public trust, making sure every leader is accountable to the people, not to foreign agendas or private interests. For the first time in decades, Burkina Faso is putting power back where it belongs, in the hands of its people. D. Promoting African unity and Pan-Africanism. Burkina Faso's revolution isn't just national, it's continental. President Ibrahim Traoré is championing a bold return to Pan-African values, calling on African nations to unite against exploitation and reclaim their shared destiny. Through diplomatic alliances, especially with countries like Mali, Niger, and Russia, Traoré is creating a new wave of South-South cooperation based on respect, not dominance. Pan-African ideals are being promoted in education, media, music, and youth movements, inspiring the next generation to think beyond borders. Burkina Faso is taking a stand at the global stage, rejecting dependency on Western-controlled systems like the IMF and CFA franc. There is growing support for a united West African military and economic bloc, free from colonial interference. This is about more than Burkina Faso, It's about Africa rising together, bold, independent, and unshakably united. Traoré's message is loud and clear. Africa is not a playground for global powers, it's a force of its own, and its time is now. Conclusion. What we're witnessing in Burkina Faso isn't just a policy shift, it's a cultural awakening, a revolution of the mind and soul. From restoring pride in Burkinabe identity to rebuilding broken institutions and uniting with fellow African nations, President Ibrahim Traoré is proving that real change starts from within. These reforms are bold, they're fearless, and they're lighting a fire across the continent. But here's the big question: so what can you do? You can be part of this movement by helping this message reach more people. Like this video to show your support for African-led reform. Share it with friends, family, and anyone who believes in a stronger, united Africa. And most importantly, subscribe for more fearless, fact-based content that amplifies the voices rewriting history. This is not just Burkina Faso's fight, it's Africa's moment. Stay informed, stay proud, stay powerful. Let's build this future together.